Hello, my name is Lydia Cole, and I have the extreme honor of sharing a little bit about my UTM experience thus far and the things that UTM has done in my life to impact me and the people around me. So, first of all, when Joel asked me to share a little bit about my UTM experience, I was a little bit overwhelmed just because UTM has been such a beacon in my life and such a anchor. It's hard to ever imagine them not being there. I had to step back for a second and reflect. And one theme I came up with while reflecting was gratitude. UTM has provided me with so many different things, and while writing them down, it's been just an amazing time just to really sit and pray and think and be grateful and realize like the hand of God has been placed into my life thanks to UTM almost. Like things were picked up and moved around and changed and transformed because of UTM, and no questions asked. God is there. God is moving through that program and the organization and that ministry, and they're impacting people and changing lives. And I'm an example of that. And so I gratefully share and humbly share that. So first of all, let me just start by saying that because of UTM, number uno, UTM is my family. UTM has been there since day one. We've grown together. We laughed. We loved. We've cried, fought each other, but through it all, we've been transparent, and through that, we've grown, and we know each other so well. They will be there to the end, and I will be there for them till the end, and there's no questions about it. We love each other, we care about each other, and that relationship was fostered because of UTM providing that such close-knit family structure almost. And I think that's also because Joel and Shalyn being so transparent in their own lives and allowing us to, eat dinner with them and vacation with them and all these different things they provided us. That was the step, like the first thing that we needed in order to see healthy relationships. And some of us, we didn't have that at home. Some of us didn't have that, that father figure, that mother figure, and we saw that in Joel and Shalyn. And I thank them dearly for that. One other thing that was so cool when I reflected on it was UTM provided us, while in high school, we learned to speak freely about God. God in a way that was not really normal. But I mean, it was amazing. But we talked about God all the time in high school and in middle school and with our friends who weren't going to church. It was a ministry, and in some way, it just naturally became this thing where we would say, hey, we're going to Thursday Night Hype, would you like to come? Oh, that's at the church. Everyone knew where the church was. Everyone knew about the Rock. Everyone knew about the big blue van that drove around the neighborhood who picked kids up to make sure they were there at church. And it became a norm that these kids would take their friends and we would all go there. It was a pipeline. We would go, then our friends would go, then their friends and their brothers and sisters would go, and people came into the church and they stayed, and it became a community thing, like I said earlier, a beacon, an anchor. Everyone knew where to go on Saturdays. You were going to the Rock. And was it always for the most positive things? No, they may have walked in thinking they were going to church. They probably thought they were just hanging out with friends. But when they stayed there, they heard the word, and I know as fact and as truth that impacted them. And they probably, some of them, that may have been the only influence they've had of God or experience they had with God, and that was at UTM. And I'm grateful for that. And it's amazing to think back now and see like how many people they've touched through those different outreach programs. Is amazing. Another thing about UTM, it got us to see the world. Some of us, when we would travel with them and we would go to these different organizations and different camps and different things, some of us never left Grand Rapids. I know that I probably wouldn't have left Grand Rapids as much as I did if it wasn't for UTM. We were able to see so much of the world and so many different people, and it ignited a fire to travel and see more things and to know that there's more to this world and more to different people, and there's so much I need to see out there. And that really encouraged me to travel and see the world and just go out on my own. And so that started at UTM. That started through the opportunities they gave us. And through that, I must say, it really, and I think this is one of the most powerful things I really see manifest in my life, was that because of UTM, I now have a passion to serve inner city youth. Like I was an inner city youth. I was a young girl who didn't have a lot of opportunities, who wasn't given the best hand in life. But I know now that the things I was given, a lot of those things came from UTM, and a lot of those lessons I learned came from UTM. I must say that this probably had one of the most powerful impacts of my life, this ministry. And I just want to be that for someone else. I want to impact someone like UTM has impacted me. And those are such big words and such big shoes to fill. But I speak now like powerfully, knowing that without that program, without those people who loved on us, without those opportunities to travel, I would not be where I am today. So I want to provide that same love, that same caring, that same respect, and all those lessons. I want to give that to someone. I want them to feel the ways I felt and allow them to know like you can change the world. Like Joel and Shirley used to tell me, through God, anything's possible. And I truly believe that. So I'm living in Philadelphia, working with a nonprofit, helping close the education gap, and know that necessarily isn't ministry, but I know the love that was given to me and manifested through Joel and Shalyn, that's the same love I used to power and keep me passionate about these kids today. And I hope that it continues to be a ripple and a cycle. And the people I impact others, and they impact others, and they impact someone. And I can say proudly that started in Grand Rapids, Michigan, on the northeast side, through a couple named Joel and Sherlyn. They started that, and look, they're changing the world. So today, I want to thank you so much for all you've done for me. To all my family there at UTM, thank you for all the love you've shown, the respect, the second chances, never giving up on each other. I thank you all for that. You've truly shown me what family's about. And I don't know if I'll ever have the words to share that with you this side of heaven, but one day I know I will. So I thank you. I love you all, and I hope to see you soon. God bless.